Somebody's there defensively. That was a safe. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Pat McAfee now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darius Butler. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Ben to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And that one results in 35 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 19. And the Colts are going to have a first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Gore. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Locke. Finding time. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Block on third down. He's got time in the pocket. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up in an offset eye. Here we go. It's Gore. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun, here's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. The throw on second down is Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Locke. He's got time. And he's got his tight end, Allen. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dwayne Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And this is caught by Hayward-Bay. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Hayward-Bay. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Williams. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. But Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with 1 in the victory column, Oh, that's a fantastic feeling.